Το επόμενο μας θέμα έχει να κάνει με την παρουσίαση ενός διακεκριμένου επιστήμονα, ο οποίος έχει ιδρύσει και τη δική του ακαδημία στο Βόρειο Λονδίνο και της οποίας έχει δώσει το όνομά του Sergis Academy. Ο κύριος Σέργης στην Ακαδημία του διδάσκει Καθαρά και Ανώτερα Μαθηματικά, Στατιστική, Βιοχημεία, Αγγλικά, καθώς και Λεκτική και Μη Λεκτική Συλλογιστική. Ο κύριος Σεργής φιλοξενήθηκε στο στούντιο του Hellenic TV και στην εκπομπή Πρόσωπα με τον Βασίλη Παναγή και μίλησε για την Ακαδημία του, τις επιστήμες που διδάσκει, αλλά και για την ιστορία της ζωής του, η οποία ξεκίνησε από την Κύπρο. Εμείς θα παρακολουθήσουμε ένα απόσπασμα από αυτή την πολύ σημαντική συνέντευξη.
An important person, I think, in a community.
Well, I've done my best to try and inspire people. I've inspired hundreds of students. I've lost count, to be honest with you. They've gone on to become medical doctors, scientists, lawyers, solicitors, teachers, Whichmore Hill, a number of North London schools. So I've done my best. My passion is to try and teach students how to think logically, and I believe education is understanding, learning how to think logically rather than just memorize a bunch of facts.
You have your own way, but before we go to that, I just want to ask you about yourself. I mean, a short biography.
Sure.
You born in London or Cyprus?
I was born in Cyprus, in Lefkosia, Nicosia. I had Homer Avenue. I passed it a few months. Ναι, μάλιστα.
Οι γονείς σου both Cyprios, I suppose.
Ο πατέρας μου που τη Σολέα Τεμπριά και η μητέρα μου που την Κοκκίνου Τριμηθιά.
Ναι. Και ήρθαν όλοι εδώ.
Ναι. Ήρθα στην Αγγλία που ήμουν 18 μήνων.
Baby.
Ναι. But my heart is in Cyprus. Every time I go to Cyprus, I have this spiritual connection with Cyprus. It's my, and you know, Cyprus is one of the most important historical places. It goes back many years. We've got Greek heritage there, we've got Greco-Roman heritage there, you know, and of course Homer wrote about where Aphrodite was born in the form of Aphrodite. It's a beautiful place and it's deep with history.
Yeah. Do you have any other brothers, sisters? Or?
No, I would have had an older brother who would have been 3 or 4 years older than me, but he died as he was born, and but it would be nice to grow up, at least the early school years, you know, to have an older brother for advice. But as it happens, you don't miss what you never had, as they say.
Exactly.
But,
so about your education, give us more information.
Yes.
What you educate yourself in London, I suppose.
Yes, that's right. Yes, I went to school in London, which is South London, which is, I suppose, a tough part of the country to be born in, but I've survived. Most of everything I know, I've taught myself. I went to university. I've got excellent grades in school. I've done my best to achieve the best possible grades. I went to university. I got excellent degree, and I've got the doctorate in science. And I went on to lecture and present scientific papers and conferences of my discoveries. I did research, and I've lectured at Westminster, University of Westminster, University of Greenwich. I've done research at Hammersmith Hospital making anti-cancer drugs and metabolites. Published research papers. I've taught at universities, colleges and schools. And eventually I started my own business as a teacher.
When did you start your own business?
When
did you start?
I started initially. I suppose the first student was when I was at Hammersmith Hospital working as a scientist there, and then after that, the parents started to think, right, okay, why don't you, come to your house and we could, rather than you're coming to us, because I used to travel to help people, to help students, and then eventually it just extended from there. I decided to buy my own place, and then I did it up as a commercial centre, and I've converted it into basically a college. It's a private college, and we've got state-of-the-art facilities, both the teaching rooms and laboratory for scientific research as well as academic teaching.
And it's based in Enfield?
It's based in Enfield, not far from Enfield Town Station, off Southbury Road, and I teach all the sciences, mathematics and English. Most of our students are school level, secondary school level that is, Key Stage 3, GCSE, A-level, and beyond I teach degree level students and older students. I teach chemistry, physics, biology, all the sciences, statistics, mechanics. I teach mathematics, further maths, and English. So it's science, maths and English. The older students come during the day, and in the evenings, that's 4 o'clock onwards, we've got somewhat the younger students, but also the A-level ones.
So actually, there are various times every day. Do you have any date students as well? Or?
Yes, I have, yeah. Like the mature students, people like maybe policemen or electricians or prospective teachers that want to improve their mathematics or have to do mathematics exams. So I do inspire much older, mature students during the day, but also degree level students as well, like mathematics or chemistry degree level I teach during the day. And the younger ones, which are A-level, sciences, maths and English, and GCSE from 4 o'clock onwards. That's weekdays. On Saturdays, I teach across the board, morning, afternoons.
Yeah. You have your own way of teaching.
Yes.
Tell us more about that. Yes.
Although my method of teaching is something I developed on my own, but I'd like to believe the ancient Greeks taught in that similar way. It's like a two-way thing between a two-way discourse between the teacher and the student. So this dialogue, which is a question-answer analysis, which I like to believe is a Socratic method of question-answer analysis, would ensure that the student understands the subject every second, every minute of the way throughout the whole session. And I make sure that the student asks me questions throughout the session rather than wait at the end. Whereas at school, they don't even allow the students to ask questions at the end. They just move on, regardless whether anyone's understood anything or not. So my method is best on deductive reasoning. In other words, thinking logically every step of the way, rather than simply memorize a bunch of facts.
Yes. So you have a better results.
That's right, exactly. Because once the student understands the subject, like in mathematics, I go through the axioms, Euclidean axioms of going through the fundamental subject, using deductive reasoning, as the ancient Greeks did, through Euclid and others, which is where our legacy of mathematics comes from, proving a formula, proving a theorem, and then once you prove it, using reasoning to end up with the result. Now, in science, we can't prove a theory, rather than in the maths, we can prove a theorem. But in science, we don't know what the fundamental if you like, axioms of nature are. So we go through it in a retrospective way. In other words, I teach students, I go through the, if you like, the history behind the sciences, how each scientist influences the other. And that inspires the student. They can see that science and mathematics is a human invention. And they can see the heartache and the frustration behind the scientists that gave us our subjects, our legacy, our sciences. And then they could see the beauty and the elegance of how science has evolved in the minds of thinkers and scientists and mathematics, and they can get a better inspiration rather than thinking it's just something that we have to pass for the sake of the exam. In that way of thinking, there's no substance in it, which is the way they do it at school. But I teach it in a way so it's alive and it's dynamic, and the student gets inspired and learns logically how that subject has evolved in a historical overview of it. And it works well.
Yeah. What are the ages of your students?
Our students are from the ages of like secondary school level, like from age 10 right through to 18, and I teach teenagers who are in their 20s. But mainly it's from age 10 right to 18 and 19-year-olds.
So if someone has, a problem with their mathematics or science and all this, and they wanted to, get your help.
Yes.
How can they go about it? What do they have to do?
Okay. Well, first of all, to ring us. I've got my mobile phone, which I keep on me anytime, but also to
you can use the number if you like.
That's right. Yes. I'll give you my mobile, which is 07951 579 245. That's 07951 579 245, or the office number on 0208 362 1398. That's 0208 362 1398. Now, with the office number, it will be during the weekdays, although I'm available in the mornings, we've got my receptionist and secretary between around 3:45 throughout onwards till 9 p.m. That's the office number, the 0208 362 1398, or my mobile number anytime. And of course Saturday mornings, afternoons.
Ολόκληρη τη συνέντευξη του κυρίου Σέργη θα έχετε την ευκαιρία να παρακολουθήσετε στην εκπομπή μας «Πρόσωπα» με τον Βασίλη Παναγή.